Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, cats, snakes, chickens, ducks, The Rock, Triple H, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Ric Flair, Adam Cole, all them. Welcome to the initial pilot of Georgia Sports Nation, man. I go by the name of Knight Rider, man. I am your resident billboard for this evening. And with no further ado, we're finna get into it, man. We're finna introduce y'all to the rest of the panel. My man right next to me right here, introduce yourself.
Yep. What's going on, guys? My name is Mike Kubinsky. Really excited to get this show going on. So yeah, I'm definitely excited to get this going, and hopefully gonna be an amazing ride with you guys. Looking forward to it.
There it is. My man next to Mike, and introduce yourself.
Home team. It don't matter what day it is. I represent for the home team, baby. Hey, y'all welcome. This the pilot. Strap up, lace up, cause it's gonna be a slobber knocker.
Yeah, right. In case y'all ain't know, that's the Reverend right there, boy. Y'all get ready to get that money out, put in the collection plate, cause he finna do some preaching today. Yes, hey, my man right below him. Please,
Devontae, aka Cooking by Nature, aka Mike. When he dropped the top, y'all see I had to shave. Anyway, that's how we doing
it. Hey, that guy that's next to Cookie, he is the man that needs no introduction. But we're gonna let him introduce himself anyway. Please introduce yourself.
Well, I just want to say that he's not Cookie by nature. Don't let that evil bastard fool you. He's evil. Trust me. But yeah, Mad Mike here, man. What's up, people?
It is, y'all. Mad Mike Sports. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to my boy. Y'all know what the hell is going on. And the lady that's right next to Mad Mike, y'all, she is the reason for the season. She the reason why we all here today. Please introduce yourself.
Everybody, what's going on, chat? I'm Ms Maggie T. Y'all know me from Atlanta Falcons Nation, Mad Mike Sports, wherever you can find us. Bubble Gump, Pat Norris, y'all all in here already. I want to welcome y'all to our pilot episode of Georgia Sports Nation. We appreciate y'all being here. This is showing on Mad Mike Network, Blackberry's channel. We even got a special, a new guest on the show now. He's going to be a part of this stream, so his channel is on there. We're going to get a little bit into everybody's, everybody at the end of the show, so y'all can kind of get to know and follow everybody. But what y'all need to do right now, just like the banner says at the bottom, subscribe, like, and share. Of course, we don't expect a lot of people on this channel right now, but as the word getting out each week, please tell everybody that we are now doing Georgia sports content right here. Hawks, Braves, Georgia Bulldogs, Tech, United, whatever you want to hear, we got it right here, everybody. So you better let everybody know we are in here at Georgia Sports Nation. But let's get into it, people. Let's get right into it. Let's start it off right. Bubba Gums, I see you, though. What's up? What's going on, Pat Norris?
Man, everybody in the chat, y'all represent where y'all from. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Y'all say something. Come on in. It's 10 of y'all up in here. Come on now. Don't be shy. We ain't going to bite you.
Represent for the home team, baby.
No, make a comment. Let us know you are here. I know it's more than just Pat. All right, let's go ahead. So let's get into these topics, though. What are we going to talk about today? Because this is a little different. Y'all not used to this right about now. And we haven't been live on this channel in quite some time. So I know this is all new. But let's get right into a little bit of Atlanta Braves talk.
Oh, yeah.
Got to get right into it. And the first runner-up, we're going to want to talk about this guy right here. Go ahead and get him up there.
Ozzie.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Ozzie.
Definitely back.
Ooh, Ozzie.
Ozzie is on his way. Well, he's actually back, y'all.
He's back.
What does that mean for Vaughn, Ozuna, Arcia, and how has he looked at Gwinnett Braves? He got a lot of his practice in. Let's go ahead and get right into it, everybody, and just give me your opinions about it. Like I said, this is the pilot episode, so, It's going to be different every day, every show. So we might talk about a little everything. But today we're going to do Hawks, we're going to do a little Braves, and we're going to do a little bit of Georgia Bulldogs for the time being. But go ahead. Let's get right into it, Knight Rider. What do you think?
Look at man, let me tell y'all
for him
something.
to be back, what kind of impact you think he's going to be?
Hey, what Ant said last night on Atlanta Falcons, we did talk about that. Help is on the way. Let me tell you, Ozzie's been out for a while. Who that whatever replaced Ozzie? Wasn't that Vaughn Grissom?
Yep.
With him showing up, coming in, filling in for Ozzie, the Braves now have depth. The Braves are going to be a deep team. So when they get into the playoffs, they're going to be even more dangerous than ever. I'm telling you, man, y'all better strap up, put your seatbelts on, get ready for the ride, because we at the top of the Georgia Scorcher, and we finna go down, and it's finna be exciting. I can't wait, man. I can't
wait, too. And Mikey, what you got to say to add to that?
Yeah, I mean, Ozzie, we knew Ozzie would be back sooner than later as of last week, but here he is tonight in the starting lineup for his first game back. So really excited to see that, which means Snit, obviously, he's not having any drawbacks about putting Ozzie in there. And obviously the number one thing that Ozzie's going to bring to this team is energy. He and Acuna, just the two of those pairing, can carry this team with their energy, their charisma in the dugout. So that's going to be the first thing I look for. The second thing, obviously with Vaughn Grissom succeeding so much when he first came up, skipping AAA is even more impressive, but we're going to have to find a way to keep him in the lineup because he's been hitting. When he first came up, he was hitting an unbelievable amount. He was hitting like 330 over his first 17 games. In the last 17 games, he's been struggling a bit, hitting a bit over 200. So we're going to see where Vaughn Grissom fits into this lineup. But I think we've seen the last game for Ozuna this year, especially in the Braves uniform, maybe even forever, because obviously with his legal struggles, that presents a PR, catastrophe for the Braves. And Arcia will mostly be used off the bench, but I can't wait to see Ozzie in there every day at second base, especially for a defensive upgrade over Grissom.
Okay, and Blackberry, what you think about his return? What does that mean for the other players?
Well, we're gonna get back used to hearing one particular sound that I feel like is so sweet to me.
Yes, sir.
Whack it! Because that boy Ozzie know how to hit that ball. Okay. I think him returning it speaks volumes for the energy the team gonna get back. He's a good bat. He's got a good glove, and this team, he was a part of that heart that this team had last year to get over that hump, and getting him back it's major. It's major for this time of year going into October for the Braves. It's major. I can't stress how major it is. You need your Ozzie Albies in the lineup when October comes. Because he is a different maker.
This is the perfect time to have him because it's getting this stretch right here, trying to get up in there into the playoff contention. We need all hands on deck for that. But speaking of that, Cookie by Nature, what's going on? It's been a minute. Let us know how you feel about Ozzie coming on back into the lineup.
I feel like this whole season for the Braves has been like a blessing and a curse. And what I mean by that is certain players go down. You had Acuna, still nursing his ACL injury. You got Ozzie, obviously, with his foot injury. But the best part about that is it showcases that the Atlanta Braves have a top-tier farm system. So Michael Harris, you forget he's a rookie out there. You really do.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Vaughn Grissom comes out there. He's blasting away, So that means you got a little playing around with the lineup. So I believe when Ozzie is going to be back and healthy, you're going to see if Vaughn Grissom can play left field, potentially taking over for the Ozunas and the Robbie Grossmans of the world. So I think this is the best thing as far as morale as well, because Ozzie and Acuna and everybody, they have a culture around there of love and respect and actual excitedness. So that's what I'm really expecting to see when he comes back to the lineup.
Okay, and Mike, what you got? You excited?
No, because everybody made me go last, and I'm not used to going last.
You gotta say the fifth last, dog.
No,
You're not
but
last, Maggie
I think-
last.
she's a host. She's a host. All right, that's
Post
all right.
discussion. Post discussion.
All right.
I'm just here to be pretty.
No,
That's all I'm doing.
What I like from seeing Ozzie at this point is, I think one reason mostly is that chemistry in the middle of the field with he and Dansby. Defensively, they're a work of art together. When you see them turning the ground, the double plays, they know where each other is going to be. And I think, especially during the playoffs, can't afford to have errors because this is the best of the best, and teams will capitalize off of it. So even though Vaughn is a terrific talent, I would much rather have an experienced second baseman there than a guy that's essentially a rookie. But like I said, Ozzie, Acuna, they have an energy that's just unmatched in baseball. They like I said, they know each other. They're heart and soul of this team. And as far as when they are hot, the team is going to explode and they're going to follow suit. So I like the chemistry and the experience of Ozzie. He's going to help take this team to another level, so we can kind of make a run again for another ring.
And
Big time.
yeah, and
Absolutely.
kind of just the comment from Derek Showtime Jr. here. Don't forget about Eddie as well. Contributing. That was that's a great point. I mean, Eddie's most likely our left fielder. He's been struggling a bit as of late, but every time he goes to San Francisco, he seems to pick it up. When he hit for the cycle last year on 5 pitches, which was just unbelievable. I still remember that game from last year. But it's really gonna be a good problem on the Braves' hands in terms of Snit's gonna have to figure out who's gonna play, because we got too many players right now that are like Knight Rider says, going to provide a ton of depth to this team.
And that's a good thing. That's definitely a good thing.
Good problem,
we
yes.
Want
Good
good
problem to have.
rotation. Yes. We definitely want a lot of healthy people right about now, because this is definitely the this is the final stretch to really flex our muscles at this point. But let's get into a little couple of shout outs here. A couple of more people are in the chat. Sherman Wood. He is from Hampton, Virginia, watching us. How you doing?
What's happening,
Therapist. Now it's open for it. You want to come in here and talk about these Hawks and Braves.
What up, dog?
Bring your behind in here. Bring your own self. And then, of course, Derek Showtime. I appreciate you. And Mac Dirty, what it do? I'm glad y'all found us over here. We appreciate everybody tuning in, as well as ATL Lee. Oh, what's up, fam? Well, you know what? This is Hawks fam right about now. This is Braves. This is Atlanta United. This is everything else. Georgia Bulldogs, Georgia Tech, Georgia Southern. So you're going to get a little bit of everything on these channels right here. Okay, everybody? So let's get right into the next topic, though. Let's get it to it. Now, we want to recap the West road trip in Oakland, Seattle, and San Fran. Struggles of Olsen, Riley, Acuna, and Contreras. I can't never get his name. Recently,
Contreras.
Yes. Kenley and Jansen in struggling. Let's get your thoughts on that just a little bit. Who want to go ahead and go first and get into that? I know you had some. Do you want to bring your stats up here or?
Yeah, I can go first if you want. I can get the stats up.
Okay,
do your thing, man.
Yeah, so. I wanted to bring up an interesting tweet here from David O'Brien, who, if you don't follow him, he's a great follow for Braves content. He basically play-by-plays each inning, too, on Twitter. So it's a great thing to read while watching the game. But I wanted to bring up this just because 4 of the Braves' key hitters are actually struggling right now at the same point. You see here, Matt Olson, 0.89 in the last 13. Acuna, 2.35 in the last 20. Riley, 221 in the last 30. And then Contreras, smaller sample size, of course, in the past 7 games, but a 182. He actually singled today in his first at-bat, so that's good to see him get on base there. But at this point in time, especially coming into our final homestand, which is going to be important, we've got games against the Phillies, the Nationals, and then, of course, the final homestand, the big series against the Mets in a few weeks. We got to get these guys rolling, especially the 3-4 hitters, Olsen and Riley. They carried this team for a good amount in August and July during the summer. But Got to find that magic again and get these guys going for the stretch run, because it's going to be a huge important homestand against the Phillies, especially because they have a great pitching staff.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right. Night Rider, what you got to add to that?
Let me tell you something. Hey, he just hit the nail on the head with everything he just said. But boy, let me tell you something. Kendall Jensen needs to tighten up. Okay? Kendall needs to tighten up. We brought you from the Dodgers for a reason. You were doing your thing with the Dodgers. Now all of a sudden you get to the Braves, you just forget how to just close out games. Kendall, get it together. We don't want you to do that, man. We got to get it together. But I think without everything else you just said, Mike, I think these guys they gonna get it together. They gonna get it rolling.
I think they will too.
They gonna get it rolling. We all know the Mets are gonna Met. Okay, the Mets gonna Met.
You know the Mets are doing. You know it's kind of like the Braves Hawks. I mean the Braves Mets. So it's
Mets
like it's really come down to the last point, and that's
the Mets always gonna fall apart at the very end. You know, and we also get into September, and you know. Ever since Snit got there, since 2020, when September comes around, that's when the Braves just start to catch fire, and it's hard to put that fire. It's like when the wildfires in California. So the catch is hard to put out. It's hard to put out.
Blackberry, what you got, Blackberry?
That's why we got to get these bats going, because the Mets are trying to give us first place. I mean, they've been trying to give us first place for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We just need to take it.
100%.
I mean, they've been trying to give it to us. I mean, they look like they're getting worse. They're not getting better. And we really need to take advantage of it. So the Matt Olsons, you know, we're not real familiar with him as a Braves. We know that the person he successed, Freddie Freeman, when he had struggles, you know, it weighed on him a little bit, and just out of nowhere, all he needed is one good at bat, and he was on fire from that point on. So if Matt Olson can find that one good at bat, well, he knock it out the park, or he get a 2-run or 2 RBI or something like that. We just need you to get them. We need to get them bats going, because this is the time of the year, like Mike said earlier. There's no room for error. There's zero room for error. Because we got to give Mets some credit where it's due. They've sustained being pretty damn good all season. So they could easily go back on another run and cement that number 1 spot. So we got to get those bats going. We know these guys. These are 400 guys. These are upper 300, 400 guys that's struggling right now down in the 200s. So we got to these guys get those bats going. We're gonna be all right. I think the mentors of the world and you know, those guys, they clicked last season. They bonded over being successful. So I think they gonna be solid. So we just got to get those bats going.
Okay. And Mikey, you had an update, because we're gonna be giving y'all game updates, because the game is going on right about now. So give us a little update of what's going on right about now, since you got the game on.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kyle Schwarber with a solo homer in the top of the 4th. So Braves down 1-0 with Max Fried still on the bump. So hopefully we can get some bats going.
Yeah.
We're good, man. Still early.
And Cookie by nature, what you got, sir?
All I just got to say, just like the great Pedro Serrano said on Major League, have to wake up bats. We have to wake up bats. That's all the Braves need to do is wake up bats.
What do you think about the the trip, the teams? We got the home games coming up. We've been struggling.
I'm not too worried about it. I think they're gonna slide on through and get the job done. I'm not too worried about it. I just think they'll get it done. I think what was more concerning about the stats that Mikey pulled up was Matt Olson hitting .089. That's bad right there. You got to get some LASIK surgery or something. He gonna get it back though. I believe it.
If I can interrupt, hey, one thing I can say right now, Matt Olson really doesn't have any experience in being in playoff contention, because you got to think he came from the A's, man. The A's is one of the worst teams. So him being in playoff contention with a team is kind of new to him. So you gotta bear with him. But he'll eventually get it together. He'll get it together.
That's true. The A's average like 2,000 fans in attendance. So
And a bad stadium. They can't fix the stadium, man.
Is that the one where they caught the couple and it was nobody in the games and they was in there having them a good time? Is that the same
that was
thing?
nuts.
Oh Lord.
I don't think that was the A's.
Okay.
I don't think that was them.
Oh, I ain't heard that. That's something new right there.
That sounds like something that go on in Boston.
There was a baseball game that didn't have a lot of fans. It
was the A's?
It was the A's, yes. It was that, yep.
It was A's. Okay. I was like, I knew it. Like, Matt,
you're right.
we got on, this road trip, how we struggled so far. What are your thoughts on that?
This
well,
road
Matt
trip,
might. I know it's Mikey and Matt might.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, Mikey looked like he just want to take over. Just like he's already a superstar.
It's hard to hear. It's hard to hear the
Mikey already. He's a superstar.
You know his stuff about them Braves.
He does. No, I think, like I said, my whole thing with the Braves now is I don't care how many championships we have. I don't trust Snicker. Because he makes some questionable decisions with the bullpen and the pitching staff. He'll have these guys pitch for 7-8 innings, and then he'll turn around and he'll take them off. And that's the thing. You have to be a little bit more consistent with the bullpen, and like I said, he's one of the guys with the pitching staff. You just never know what he's going to do. So I need to see more from Snicker as far as his consistency with the bullpen. But yeah, I'm not worried about the hitting. It's always the pitching for me that's especially just for Snicker. You just never know what he's thinking from game to game.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, can I play devil's advocate?
Uh-oh.
Try to think of it this way, Mike. A lot of what he did with the bullpen last season in the postseason, it really gave Minter and those guys a lot of confidence that he trusted them to come in moments where you got a pitcher coming off the mound who just got a couple strikes out in the last inning. And they came in and get another one in this inning. Now I got to come in and close out this inning. And the trust he put in them gave them a lot of confidence. And them guys really came together and really showed out. So it is questionable tactics. But, sometimes when the proof is in the pudding, you go with what it is.
That is true. But the thing with that is these guys have had, especially Matson, he had issues with injuries this year. And I don't think you want to kind of go with the same type of strategy this year. Like I said, it could work, and for the most part, this has been working. But I don't know if you want to continue that, especially with guys who've had injuries, like Matson. So you want to kind of bring them along slowly, let them kind of get acclimated and go from that point on. But yeah, you're right, man.
And shout out to Coach Unchained. You checked in. Welcome everybody to the new show on the rise. Let's get it, Georgia Sports Nation. Y'all tell a friend that we are here. Subscribe to the channel. Come on, you got to get everybody up on here. Yeah, on AFN. Bring it on over here. You're going to get a lot of sports talk over here as well. Welcome, Bobby Boy.
Right.
How you doing, Zone 3? Let's go Falcons. Bring back a win with the rise up. That's right. Tune in to us on Sunday. We will have some Falcons talk on AFN. Y'all know how we do. Let's get right into the next round of topics. We're going to talk about, and of course, if you want to pull your picture up, Mikey, we want to look into the homestand right about now. Looking ahead to the homestand against the Phillies and Nationals, including standing updates, potential key pitching matchups, and you already know the big one. The Mets series will be crucial. You know, who want to go ahead and start with that? We ain't got to go in order. Oh, you know, you got your picture up there, so I'm going to go ahead and let you get that going.
Or somebody else can go first. I just wanted to make sure they can see it.
Oh no, Mikey, you are the baseball aficionado of this.
Okay, I got you.
Do your thing.
All right, so if we look at the schedule here, we can see all of these games are in the division. Below the Nationals on Monday, September 26th, we have some games on the road against the Marlins, but after that come the Mets. So these games against the NL East will be super important. Obviously, the Nationals with trading away Juan Soto, with their pitching staff not being what it used to be, we should be able to handle them. But the Phillies are playing really well right now. Like we just said, we're playing them right now. Schwarber with that homer. We're still down 1-0, but the Phillies are a good team. They're going to make the playoffs and end their playoff streak, which I'm not exactly sure, but it's at least a double-digit year non-playoff streak that they're going to end this year by making a wild card spot. So they have a really good pitching staff. We're going to need to get the bats going if we want to win this Philly series, especially in preparation, like we keep saying, for that huge Mets series.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
We definitely got to get the bats going, because I'm looking at the standings right now for the National League. Of course, we know us and the Mets, we're a game apart. But if you look at everybody else, you got the Cardinals. The Cardinals leading the Central. They up like, oh man, they up 7.5 games on the Brew Crew. The Dodgers up 21 games on the Padres. Really, it's between us and the Phillies in the wild card. So we definitely have to go ahead and get it going against the Phillies, because we do not want to fall behind the 8 ball when it comes to us and the Mets. Like you said, that Mets series is going to be very crucial. We can go ahead and just take care of business against the Phillies. When the Mets come to time, we take care of business with us. Oh, we're on cruise control. We can make it do what it do then. We'd be in a way better position than it would be.
I like this comment from Antonio White. A healthy hold on, I can't see that, y'all. Can y'all read that?
Scherzer and DeGrom, yeah.
Scherzer and DeGrom. I can't see. I don't know what's going on my screen. My bad.
Yeah.
This is the only problem. We should be able to beat everyone else. I'm gonna read it from this side because some reason I can't see it.
The Marlins.
Shout out to Antonio White for checking in. Like I said, hit that subscribe button and share this out so we can get some more people walking in. What you got on that? Let's see, Blackberry.
Well, that's an excellent point Night Rider made about taking care of business against the Phillies, because it's pretty much us and them for this wild card in the National League, and you don't want to get them any ammo. You don't want to get them any momentum. So you want to take care of business. October right around the corner. Mm-hmm. It's right around the corner. That last bit of the schedule, looking at it on the screen, it looks like a lot, but those games will be over like that.
Oh yeah.
These next couple weeks will be over so quick. So you want to take care of business against the Phillies. If it's some change ups need to be made, now that Oz is back, of course he's been implemented into the starting lineup. So if there's any changes other than that needs to be made, I hope there isn't, because I want familiarity going into the latter part of this season. I don't want things changing up and guys having to get used to a change. So take care of business against the Phillies. Get them bats going. Keep that pitching consistent, and we're gonna be all right.
Oh yeah.
And what you got, Cookie?
I just think the underdog story's over. We didn't already had that last season where they went from down, thinking that everything was all in the dumps, to winning the championship. So now you just gotta say that we are the big dogs now. Take care of business. So looking at that schedule, I don't see nothing I'm scared of. I don't care about no Philly cheesesteak. I don't care about no whatever a Met is. I don't care about no fish. Let's take care of business, Atlanta. Let's take care of business.
That's right. That's right.
Matt Mike.
I just got gassed by listening to them talk about some Philly cheesesteak. Yeah, man, let's take care of business. We obviously are one of the better, if not the better team in National League. So, like I said, I'm not too concerned about much. like I said, outside of Snicker, I just never trust him. I just think he tries too hard to be Snicker, and that's not a good thing in my opinion. I just have a love-hate relationship with him. I Snickers.
You just
He just make my boy. He just boils my blood at some this time. I'm just like it reminds me of Kirby. It's like him and Kirby, man. Those guys, they are great in certain aspects, but you look at them, it's like, bro, what are you thinking? Like, why are you doing these types of things? So, like I said, I'm gonna trust him. He obviously brought it home, but like I said, I don't know if you want to get used to doing these, those wacky things over and over again. But hey, if Acuna is still the lead off and Ozzie's still here, I mean, I'm gonna just ride with it. Like I said, these guys already been to the mountaintop. So at this point, just trust his judgment.
And I like what Antonio White said. People have to remember that we are the champs. Let's act like it. Who has more depth than us?
That's right.
And
can I ask Mikey a question? Hey, Mikey, where do you think Ozzie should be in the lineup considering him coming back from an injury? What do you think he should be at in the lineup?
Well, for the first few games, I could definitely see him batting 7 through 9. Just to get his bearings, his feelings right. But I really like Ozzie in a run scoring position. So, like, 5th or 6th, we've tried him in the leadoff, and obviously Acuna's leadoff, but in second. But Dansby's been really good this season in the 2-hole, and I don't think I don't like Ozzie I like Ozzie in a run scoring position because he has a lot of pop for a second baseman, and he can create some havoc on the bases, especially with a bunch of slow runners around him in the middle of that lineup. So I think it's a good look having him bat like fifth or 6th when he eventually does, return to full form.
See, man, I love this guy right here, man. See, you bring me, you taking me back to my baseball playing days.
Hey, Coach Unchained has updated us on the current game right about now.
William Contreras.
Great to see one of the struggling Braves we mentioned before already coming out.
There you go. We spoke it up. We spoke it up. And then ATL Leo said, "That makes me want a Philly cheese."
Oh no, we don't do no Philly cheese steaks over here. We do nothing but lemon pepper wings and fries.
Not at this time of year, I don't.
Good sir.
I do it.
Let's
do it in
get
secret.
right into a little bit something else. We don't gotten into the Braves talk, but now it's time for Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah,
boy. It's the off season. We're getting revved up. We done made a couple additional signings, so let's go ahead and get right on into it. Let me get my little banner together. I just wanted to put that up there because it's about that time, you guys. It's about that time. Let's get into the move of what we're going to get into right now. Let's recap the 2 big trades this off season.
Let's get into it.
I'm excited about this right about now. Let's get your ideas on it. Who want to go ahead and go first? You ain't got to go in order.
I'll leave this one off.
Hold on, Blackberry, before you do that, shout out to Madness, man.
Where Madness at? We tag Madness. Tell him to tune into this part.
Hey, everybody tag Madness on your everybody right now. Tag Madness on everything. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, everything. Tag Madness right now.
Let them know to tune in right now. Hold on. Go ahead, Blackberry, you want to go ahead and start?
Yes. So we have acquired DeJounte Murray. For those of you who have been under a rock this offseason and have not seen the fireworks and the excitement that has happened in the city since DeJounte Murray has arrived, since he has made himself known to us, since he has brought his talents to the A-Town. I'm going to read y'all over some 2021 stats. Y'all ready for this?
Go ahead.
Last season, in 68 games, DeJounte Murray averaged 21.1 points a game, 9.2 assists per game, and this is the really impressive one, 8.3 rebounds per game. So what does that tell me? That tells me that we not only have a legit number 2 option for scoring now, but we also have somebody that knows how to keep possession of the ball. In basketball, that is a very underrated skill to have, to keep possession. The more possessions you got, you better your chances at scoring buckets. And the more you're scoring buckets, the least often the other team's scoring buckets. Y'all get it? Y'all get how it go here? So you got a guy that can assist. You got a guy that can score. He plays phenomenal defense. Phenomenal defense in the backcourt. And he also know how to crash the boards. So we have DeJounte Murray, but there is a downside to it. Kevin Huerter is no longer here.
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin, we love you. The Crimson badass. We love you.
Red Velvet.
Okay? We love you, Red Velvet. We don't want nothing but good things for you in your future endeavors.
That's one of my favorite players. I was
100%.
like in my feelings about it a little bit.
And I really think he's gonna have a really great career in the NBA. So, shout out to Kevin Huerter. We want nothing but the best for you here in Atlanta. But y'all, it about to go down, y'all. I'm gonna let somebody else go because I can go all day about this.
It's finna go down like Black Bear. It's going down like a right hook in the 3rd round. You better tell them that, boy.
Hey, it's going down like Chinatown, baby.
I promise you. Man, look, I'm excited about the whole DeJounte Murray thing. I saw the videos of them boys when they played with the Globetrotters. I know it's the Globetrotters, but dog, the way they got the chemistry going, it's gonna be scary for a lot of people. And this another thing too. Now John Collins ain't got to do so much. You got DeJounte Murray and Trey out there. Trey gonna be playing all the balls. DeJounte can handle. He can play defense, but John Collins ain't got to do he ain't got to do as much as he normally would. He really could fit into his role as a 3 without having to have to do so much with everybody else. And that's what I'm really excited to see. We know what the hell JC could do. Now it's just time for him to just make it do it to it. You feel me? Make it do it.
Cookie.
When I initially saw the trade, I was excited because I know that DeJounte Murray is as an all-star and all-star caliber player next to Trey is just going to shoot this team to the highest heights they can get with Coach Nate, especially being a defensive guy. So I know everybody down on Coach Nate, but y'all got to realize that's literally was his first full season right there. So I had to respect him for even taking this team.
And you know what? First full season from because I think the first season, they were hurt, and everything in the beginning. So, but he did kind of, we almost made it then. So,
right. So you're interim making it to the conference finals.
Yeah.
Right. And then you go from being the head coach and you bring on 2 back-to-back seasons in the playoffs. Something we ain't seen in a long time. So we got to give him some pause on that. He's just slowly putting his team around the type of players that he likes. So when it came to the Kevin Huerter trade, Kevin Huerter is solid. The only problem with solid is that it don't get better. And I love Kevin. I think he's a solid player. I like Kevin. I used to always call him Game 7 Kevin, whatever, Red Velvet, all that. I love Kevin. But then you trade out Kevin and you bring in Justin Holiday. Holiday is just known for 3-and-D. You need a lot more 3-and-D players on this team. And it's not just Justin Holiday. You brought in Mo Harkless. Mo Harkless, even though he's been dealing with injuries, he's still a solid defensive player too. So you're building this team around the defensive side because you know exactly what they can do on the offensive side. Just bringing in DeJounte Murray, that can also help heighten DeAndre Hunter's game. DeAndre Hunter almost looked like he was about to turn into a superstar in the last few games against the Heat. So if Hunter and JC can learn how to be that third scorer role and then Capella be Capella, this team can shoot up to the Raptors, man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And what's up, Just J Rock TV? Thanks to have you in the chat, definitely. And Matt Mike, what you want to add to that? I know you excited.
I am. One of the things that have plagued the Hawks for the last 2-3 years is inconsistencies from John Collins, Kevin Huerter. The third third tier, second, third tier guys, they'll be very inconsistent offensively, defensively. A lot of them have no. They just don't want any part to do with defense. Let's just be real with that. A lot of those guys, they have to be in a rhythm in order to kind of feel themselves defensively. But when you have a guy like DeJounte Murray and that type of mentality that he's a rough, tough type of guy. So guys we know the NBA, they really don't like Trey. Let's just keep it real. The NBA.
I don't think he likes being that. He likes to be that villain. He likes to
100%.
be
Oh yeah, especially when he go to New York.
And they hate that. They hate
New York.
that.
They stand there. They hate it. They hate him with a passion.
But they need a guy like DeJounte Murray that's gonna come in and essentially be Trey's protector, his bodyguard, so to speak.
He pop at the mouth
look
too.
at the Miami series, the Miami series, you can kind of see, and this is one of maybe. Let me just go off just a little bit. The Miami series is why I lost all hope in Kevin Huerter, John Collins, and all those guys, because Miami bullied the hell out of Trey, and nobody stepped up for it. Nobody stepped up. They bullied the hell out of Trey. We didn't see a one fight. They let him hit Trey. They let him do whatever they wanted to do to Trey. They triple team, and there was just no heart being shown from either one of those guys. John Collins played a little bit better defensively. Got some solid rebounding, but like I said, we need some guys that's going to come in and you say or do some things to Trey. Hey man, we need some Solomon Hills, and I think the Holiday brothers, DeJounte Murray, they're not going to stand for that type of stuff. So that's what I like most with the new moves. You can just see that these are quote unquote gangsters on the court, and they're not going to allow you to bully their guy, their chosen guy. So
they already started in the off season at when Trey and they was together. It's like they talking trash right about now. So
they already got it started.
They already got that chemistry going. So it's gonna be very interesting to see the two. And speaking of, I want to get into this.
Go this far real quick, Maggie, before we move on real quick. Before we move on real quick, I'm kind of getting this same analogy with this. You remember when Mark Jackson came to Indiana with Reggie Miller?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm kind of getting the same vibe with Trey Young and DeJounte Murray.
I like it.
Yeah, Mark. Remember Mark came in Indiana and got a Reggie head like, hey man, they doing this, they talking about this like this. And he coming from New York, he know what's going on. I think DeJounte Murray gonna probably be that. He gonna be Trey Young's Mark Jackson. Get in his head, let him know what's going on, and then you gonna go off.
That's right.
Also had a little bit more exciting news on that DeJounte Murray fight. If you add the what BlackBerry provided for the stats, if you add 2.2 steals to what DeJounte Murray averaged last year, he is the first player in NBA history to average 21, 9, 8, and 2.2 steals. So Hawks fans,
talk your shit, Mike.
Really excited. I'll be really excited to see DeJounte Murray in an Atlanta Hawks uniform. So I mean, it's gonna be awesome to watch this season.
It's gonna put asses in seats and everything. This is gonna be an exciting time to be Atlanta Hawks right about now, because it's not like we're getting closer and closer to that that one. So we just adding the right pieces right about now. So it's gonna be interesting. Speaking of player roles and projections, Nate McMillan, we kind of got into it just a little bit about his rotations. How will the bench work, and as well as that, how it's going to be with both of them together in that backcourt meshing. Let's get your ideas on that. Who want to go with it?
I'll go ahead and take care of it first. I just think it depends on who's the one for the backups. Because if you say we're going to stagger the minutes where one of Trey or DeJounte is always on the floor, then you can say, okay, let's bring in Bogey. Let's bring in Justin Holiday. I know I said Justin Holiday. People are like, oh, where's AJ Griffin? It's okay for rookies to learn, y'all. So Justin Holiday, I believe Jalen Johnson can take that back 4 spot. And then 5 would be Onyeka Okongwu. I know people call him Big O, but I always got to get a respect. OGs, Oscar Robertson. So I call Big O 0017. So I think that's gonna be the backup units right there, and I think it's gonna be definitely if you have an all-star point guard at either on the 1 or the 2, I think they are going to score in bunches, no matter who's on the floor with them.
100%.
What you got on that, Matt, Mike?
I'm gonna make a declaration here. I think you're gonna see a lot of Trey coming off the bench, coming in the third quarter. You're gonna see those guys kind of rotate. You're gonna start. Let's just say, for instance, who's the point? If Trey is hot, he's the assist guy. You're gonna see Dante kind of take a back seat, lead the second unit. Trey comes out, he comes in and do his thing. And I think it's going to be that rotation between those guys as far as who's the hottest point guard at particular. And what I mean by point guard, I don't mean Russell Westbrook. I don't mean those types of guys. We're talking about guys that can facilitate, get the ball in the players' hands, because guys like Clint Capella, they need the ball in their hands. They need the Dante and Trey to kind of get them easy baskets. That just keep it real. John Collins needs to be babysitted. All right, he's a good player when he is in a rhythm, but he needs to be babysitted. I've seen him get pushed around by point guards. I've seen him get pushed around by my baby sister. Okay, I've seen him get pushed around by everybody. So he needs to be babysitted, and I need Dante and Trey to kind of take a back seat. All right, Dante, he's hot, he's facilitating. Trey might be good, spotting up, shooting one night, and they kind of rotate as far as that's concerned. So I think that's the thing to really keep an eye on. Which one of those guys are going to be willing to take a back seat in that third quarter? Because coming out of halftime, the adjustments, they're going to be used to Trey handling the ball. And I think that him taking a back seat a bit and being that sixth man, being that shooter, being that scorer, is going to be completely different from what people are used to.
All right, let's see. Knight Rider, the resident billboard. What you got?
Hey, man. Trey going to be playing off the ball this year. I'm going to tell you that right now. Trey going to be playing off the ball. So I really want to see Trey play off the ball. Let DeJounte kind of facilitate a little bit. Let him get on the defense. We get the defense going. And we all know Coach Nate, man. Coach Nate, I think he gonna get us there. He gonna get us there. My thing is he got to get us past that first round. Past that first round. Got to do that. I looked at his coaching career. He got to the conference finals one time. Everything else, first round.
That was one criticism when we hired Nate as the interim that a lot of people gave us. They were like, man, this man will be first round exits galore. And his first season as the interim made us to the conference finals. So
right. But if you look at it like this, he made it to a conference semifinal, first round exits out there. Conference final, he had a first round exit. Hopefully this time, Nate old enough to know what's going on. He's been around long enough to know what's going on. Now it's time for him to go ahead. You got the roster. Step it up. Get us to the next level. If you don't, it's gonna the seat gonna be getting hotter than grits on a Saturday morning. I'm telling you now, the seat gonna get hotter than grits on a Saturday morning. So he got the roster. I think everything gonna be fine. DeJounte gonna do what he gonna do. Trey gonna do what he do. Nate, it's on you. Get it together, man. Get it together.
And Blackberry Molasses. What's going on?
Blackberry Molasses.
I'm sorry. I had to do it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a singer.
Now I think a lot of what we're gonna see, y'all. We're gonna see, and before I say this, I'm seeing projections of the lineup that Trey would actually be the 2 guard, and DeJounte would be the 1. I don't know if that's how that's going to work out. I'm not saying I'm necessarily mad at that. But one thing I think Nate is going to be careful of, because we're talking about the roles that these guys are going to be playing. You want to be careful of taking these guys' strengths away from them. Trey's biggest strength is his playmaking ability with the ball. That's his biggest strength. If you take that away from him, can he still be as impactful being in the 2 guard role? We don't know. But as far as DeJounte, his strength is he can. This guy is like the Jamal Adams of guards. He can do everything. But his biggest strength is that he's an attacker. He can attack the basket. So you don't want to take these guys' strengths away from them. You want to be careful of that. But y'all, they got Nick Van Exel to help them with knowing how to coexist with one another. If any of y'all young folks out there don't know who Nick Van Exel is, just go to YouTube and put his name in.
1990.
Speedster.
Oh, yeah.
Go to YouTube, put Nick Van Exel in, and you will be
we talking
amazed.
pre-COVID here.
Okay, you're gonna be amazed. So they have Nick Van Exel on his staff, along with Matt Hill, who is gonna be very impactful in helping DeJounte and Trey know how to coexist. And what I think we're gonna see a lot of, we're gonna see them. They're gonna start. Both of these guys will start. Whether it's one of them at the 1, the other at the 2, but more than likely you'll see DeJounte go off the court first and see like a Justin Holiday or Aaron Holiday come in and Trey stay on, and maybe next time out or about another 5 minutes later, you might have to see DeJounte come back in with a Justin Holiday and an Aaron Holiday still on the floor. And the ability to be able to do that it really speaks volumes, because the dynamic of the game doesn't have to change. And if it's one thing we know you can't do with DeJounte Murray that these teams started doing with Trey with them hard traps, you can't do that with DeJounte Murray because his athleticism takes over. Trey's athletic, but Trey's athletic to an extent. His athleticism is limited. DeJounte ain't got no limits. So the hard trapping, it's over with. And when you got guys like Justin Holiday, Aaron Holiday, I really like Tyrese Martin. I think he gonna see some minutes. These are guys that are playmakers. Even though the Holiday brothers, they're not known for their playmaking abilities, but these guys are athletic as well, especially on the defensive end. So there's a lot of opportunities for these guys to have roles where DeJounte is the playmaker, but Trey's also the playmaker. And if they're both on the floor at the same time, well, like I said, you got Nick Van Exel there to show these guys how to coexist.
Yeah, I really like that point, Blackberry, about what you said with how the strengths make sure Nate doesn't take away Trey's strength, because Trey as a better overall player than DeJounte Murray, period. He's the better player and the better playmaker. But we know defensively that DeJounte Murray is, I think it's just cemented into the top 7-8 guys on the perimeter as far as a defender in the NBA. So we've got to make sure that Nate really cracks down on his rotations and hopefully establishes a key role for everybody on this team. Because last year, Danilo Gallinari came out and said he didn't know his role. There were no established roles on the team last year, and people got confused. And when we hit that lull in the first part of the season, nobody really knew what was going on. But if we can establish roles, and we know, Bogey's our clear 6-man option off the bench, Justin Holiday, Aaron Holiday, lockdown defender guys off the bench, Onyeka Okongwu, a lockdown defender off the bench. We've got these roles in the bench roles. The starters are known, but the bench roles are going to be concrete this year. So I think we're going to see definitely more confident Hawks team coming into the season. And I think we're going to see an even more confident Nate McMillan too, with knowing what the expectations are this season and knowing the star caliber that we just brought in this offseason. So I really think that we're going to see a hot start from these Hawks, especially with the strengths of schedule too. We play our first 5 games. 2 are against the Pistons, 1 against the Magic, and we open up against the Rockets at home. So we should have a fast start to the season, hopefully.
And let's get right into it. Blackberry didn't mention Tyrese Martin, so let's just talk about it. Will the younger guys see the court? Jalen Johnson, AJ Griffin, Tyrese Martin. We just signed somebody to a training camp contract. What do y'all think? You don't think they're gonna get a little playing time this year? There's a big thing about Nate McMillan about that.
I think it's just you got to earn his respect, and I think with Jalen Johnson actually coming to him and say, "Hey, I want to go to the G League and I want to go learn and get my minutes that way." I think the only one on that list that's going to get some playing time early is Jalen Johnson because his competition is Maurice Harkless, and Maurice Harkless hasn't been healthy in a long time. So I think it's almost gifted to him to be the backup 4 behind JC. Now, AJ Griffin, we didn't get to see in the summer league. He's nursing some injuries, so he's going to get brought along. So Tyrese Martin did play in the summer league and played very well. I think he's going to be brought along so in the G League as well. So it's a bunch of guys that you can trust them and be the future depth of this team. Tyson Etienne, I saw him in the summer league. He did well. I liked what I saw out of him. They just signed what's his name, Malik Ellison. I think that's Pervy Ellison, son. Percy, my bad. Percy Ellison.
Purvis. Talk about never nervous Purvis.
Mm-hmm.
Purvis Ellison, Louisville.
Night Rider know everybody nickname.
Old school. 1986, Louisville Cardinals national championship. Yeah, man, I do a lot of reading.
In terms of AJ Griffin, there's a chance. So we've seen Bogey obviously have some knee issues in his past. That right knee especially can be bothersome for how many minutes he'll play. But hopefully we can manage that. But if Bogey for some reason should go down or need an off night, which we can kind of assume that he will for some games, AJ Griffin could, if he's playing well in the G League, could maybe see some backup 2 minutes if the stagger with DeJounte Murray and Trae Young isn't like to the T. So if he employs those full bench lineups, we might be able to see AJ Griffin in Bogey's spot. But as long as Bogey's healthy, he's, like I said, he's a candidate for 6th man of the year. So I don't think we see any of those guys like Cookie was saying, except Jalen Johnson for sure.
And it's not a problem that Nate, sees his veterans as the top guys, man. I know a lot of Hawks fans like the shiny niggles, aspect of seeing the team, but it is not a problem that if it's Justin Holiday's time, if it's Aaron Holiday's time, it's not a problem because these guys provide solid minutes in a solid role, and they know exactly what their role is.
Yeah, none of these guys are like Timofey Luwawu-Cabarrot, who for some reason we started around 30 games, and he is an absolute liability on the floor on both defensively and offensively. He was.
Well, you can blame you can blame I think I'm a star Cam Reddish for that.
Oh yeah. I got a lot to say about Cam Reddish, but I'll leave that for another time.
Yeah.
I told you he ain't cookie by nature.
Blackberry.
Well, I think Jalen Johnson is going to see some quality minutes. Because of those reasons, Harkless and his ability to stay healthy, but also because I think Jalen Johnson is really going to make a turn in his career and take that next step to where he can be a valuable piece off the bench in moments. I think his defense is going to elevate. I think that coming into the NBA, I don't think he had the mindset of defense. But Nate McMillan will change that mindset because he's gonna make you understand you're gonna have to play defense if you're gonna be a forward on his team. Onyeka Okongwu is a prime example of that because Onyeka, the major step he took forward in his second season is just very impressive. Onyeka was very impressive his second season in the stride that he took in his career. But I do believe that, situations may present themselves where Tyrese Martin might see some minutes throughout the season. This guy got a hell of a story, y'all. I really like how the opportunity when he presented himself in summer league for him to really shine and to and to get him a spot on this roster, he took full advantage of that opportunity, and he was signed to a deal. And a lot of people's like, why they signing Tyrese Martin so fast? Well, you gotta look at him. Look at what he did in the summer league. He showed his ass.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he will have opportunities. But as far as like I haven't gotten much into the forward positions, but Jalen Johnson will be seeing some quality minutes.
I actually forgot about Frank the Tank. I'm sitting here thinking,
and they do have Frank Kaminsky. Yeah, they do have Frank the Tank. So, Frank, and he's a quality piece who can play the 4 and the 5. So these are guys that are very serviceable, man. This, like Knight Rider said, this is a team right here. I think maybe they may be another forward away. One more forward, one more solid, straight up. I'm just a power forward, and they one more signing away from that, and then I'll really say this team is here. But right now, I know we can contend. I know we can.
See, Josh Gilliam said need another stop offensively from double O.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. Y'all hit everything from Canada to Antarctica, from U.S. to China. Y'all hit every crack and corner of the earth with them, but every crack and corner. I digress. Y'all some bad men.
I like that comment from Josh. Onyeka at the end of the season press conference last year said, "You're gonna see me. The next time you're gonna see me, I'm gonna have a jump shot." And we've seen on Twitter there are videos of Onyeka Okongwu putting in that work, getting in the lab, putting up a jump shot, putting up 3-pointers. So if we see Onyeka Okongwu with a jump shot next year, and Travis Schlenk wanted him to improve on the defensive rebounding aspect, because offensively we know he can rebound on the offensive end. Defensively is where he was a bit iffy for a center. That's why a lot of people think that Clint Capella should still be this starting center for sure because of the defensive rebound. But OO takes that next step offensively, even more scary.
Oh yeah, the one thing he had to really work on was not fouling. I think that's one of the reasons he wasn't getting the minutes that he should have gotten, because he didn't know how to play defense the right way in the NBA. But if he learns how to shoot and he can turn into Mo Bamba, it's going to be a scary second unit.
I like Markeith Miller's question. I wanted Knight Rider to get on it, but he's going to get back. But what is your thoughts on the Hawks signing Jarrett Culver yesterday?
You never get a chance. I'll say this. When you look at the two-way contract, you are almost never in your life is going to get a chance to sign a top 10 draft pick to a two-way. I know his career haven't gone the way it should have, but maybe it's situational. Like, imagine getting drafted to the Minnesota Timberwolves. You playing the 3, they got you playing the 1 whenever Jeff Teague out, and then you don't know what your role is. Then you get traded to Memphis, and Memphis got whatever they got going on, and then you get cut. So, like, maybe this could be a lightning in the bottle situation with somebody that's young. Because y'all got to remember, during the 2019 draft, people were saying that they should probably take Culver over Hunter. And so he does have that potential. And we saw with them go head-to-head. So we don't know what they're going to do with Culver, but I do think Culver with a consistent role of, hey, you in the G League contract, go focus on and improve your game. That could be a sneaky, very sneaky good signing to potentially replace some of the older veterans later on.
I like it, and you know what's funny? I was mentioning this before. Travis Schlenk, he's like, okay, we drafted Cam Reddish, or well, technically we traded with Anthony Davis, but whatever. We drafted Cam Reddish, we drafted DeAndre Hunter. Now we got Jarrett Culver. Travis Schlenk's in there saying, all right, one of these top 3 wings from 2019 got to work. Let's see if we get all 3. So,
right.
So that's basically his logic with that. So I thought that was hilarious.
No, but that's so fair of a point, because it's just like I said, one of these guys going to work. Somebody's going to work out, and it's so many directions you could go with this signing. If he turns out to be a solid guy that you can replace a Bogdanovich with a couple years down the road or a year down the road, I mean, If he turns out to be a good, solid plug-in, solid. If somebody else steps their game up and you want to go with them, but he's also showing out, you got some trade value there. So and Lord knows we gonna need the trade value because the salary cap ain't necessarily what it was because we got some big contracts now.
Yeah.
So you that trade value it's definitely gonna be also a aspect of it if it comes down to that. If he's not a successor of Bogdan Bogdanovic or some sort. But as far as the what he said what's this right here? This comment: Griffin can stretch the floor better than Tyrese Martin, but Tyrese is the better defender right now.
100%.
That's a very true statement because Griffin is going to he hasn't touched the NBA floor yet. And Tyrese Martin, like I said, he took advantage of the opportunity to show he can be a solid piece for you. So Griffin's just going to have to show his worth at some point. And then we'll know what he's all about and whether or not he'll be here next year or the year after.
All right, Mike, we're going to finish it up with you. Then we're going to get into some Georgia Bulldogs talk. Finish it on that. What you got on that, Mike?
Well, they'll be quick. Let's just keep it real again. This team just need to show heart, energy on the defensive side of the ball. They looked like cowards last year. Just like I said again, they looked like absolute cowards in that Miami series. And I go back to the Miami series because that was the first time I've been disappointed in a team in quite some time. They looked like they were disinterested. They didn't want to play any defense. Nobody wanted to move. Nobody outside of Trey, just showed any type of heart. And even Trey was like, all right, when am I going to get help? Y'all just going to let them trap me, full court press me, and nobody steps up and do anything. So I think the theme of this season is who's going to show up, who's going to show some heart, who's going to play solid defense, energy, getting to the rack. We know we can score a ton of points. That's never been the issue right there. Now you have an all-star guard and DeJounte Murray who can give you 40 and 10 and 40, 10, and 10 each night, just like a LeBron James. He can do that type of. He has skills to do that. But the thing is, you can't focus on Trey handling the ball. That specifically is what's going to make this team so much better. You're going to have a lot of movement, and I think that's essentially what they wanted. Kevin Huerter to be a little bit more of, and like I said, he kind of took a step back as far as a playmaker is concerned. I think Cam Reddish really set this team back with his lack of development. But yeah, I think the team could be. Like I said, I think this team is going to be more energetic. You're going to see a lot more. Obviously, you're going to see a lot more alley-oops and that type of stuff. But these guys are going to be more so slashing team that can shoot more so than a shooting team that needs to slash.
Great point there at the
Right.
end.
Go ahead, Mikey.
I was just gonna say, great point there at the end. That was really good.
That's right. But let's go ahead. We ain't did this quite yet, but we're gonna have a little college football segment. Today we're just gonna focus on the Bulldogs. But like I said, each week we're gonna bring y'all something different and exciting. So y'all just tune in. This is our pilot, so we're just trying to get the kinks out, figure out what y'all like. So please, in the chat, you need to let us know exactly what y'all want to hear us talk about. If it's Georgia Southern, Georgia Tech, whatever team in Georgia that you want to hear us talk about, put them in the chat and let us know, hey, we want to hear a little bit more about those Braves, Atlanta United, the Dream, whatever. We will cover it all as much as possible. But let's go ahead and get right into it, though, because this is my favorite part of the show. Because these boys right here,
Yes, sir. Them dogs.
Boo! Stetson Bennett's boo!
Don't you do that. Don't you do them dogs like that.
Hey, look, I'm still repping. I'm just telling the truth.
Don't do that, Skip. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Hey, he gonna show Mike.
Oh, you know I'm gonna get mine.
Don't do that, Skip.
Look,
He gonna show
I
Mike.
got egg on my face last year, but I'm still gonna get it.
He said he finna give you a double sunny side up.
I'm ready for them dogs. Yes, sir. Boy, let me tell y'all something, man. I'm gonna talk about these dogs, man. Everybody know we had went ahead and we had to go ahead and just do what we had to do against Oregon, man. We had to go just make that statement, you know what I'm saying, with the Oregon Ducks. But I know a lot of people, they talking about, Georgia should have beat Sanford. They should have beat Sanford worse than what they did. But let's go ahead and put this in perspective right here.
Cool.
Now, Kirby Smart got his first job with Sanford's head coach, Chris Hatcher. I know Chris Hatcher very well. Outside of them stands in Albany, Georgia, and also in Valdosta when we played those Valdosta State Blazers. And Chris Hatcher is no garden tool. Chris Hatcher is a great coach. But let me ask y'all something. If you played against a coach that gave you your first job and your team is far superior than his team, you're going to sit there and you're going to just embarrass him like that? Answer that question, y'all. Y'all going to do that?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna crush him as much as I can crush him.
I'm a little bit different. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. You got to put some respect. RESPECK. Respect.
Okay.
Hey, what Birdman said? You got to put some respect on my name. Like, boy, I'm gonna put some respect on him. You got to respect Chris Hatcher, man. Chris Hatcher gave Kirby his start.
Yeah, I'm correct, man.
Now, as far as everybody else go, we turned the dog loose. We letting all the cages up in the pound. You know what I'm saying? Letting all the cages up in the pound. So I done said all that. Game preview, we got South Carolina. I mean, I love my dog, but you got to take it one game at a time. You can't sit there and just sleep on them. We back in SEC play now.
Yeah, thank you, because you had a piece of crap at quarterback. Of course you got to take
Don't do
it.
that. No. Don't do that.
His name Bennett. You ain't in it.
Do that. We're not going to go there tonight. Not going to go there. Pump your brakes, dude. Pump your brakes.
Look.
He's
exactly what the Bulldogs need, man. Right now, that's what they need. They got a good defensive team. They got a good running game, good O-line, D-line, and they just need a guy that's not going to make a ton of mistakes. And that's like I said, I ain't got no problem with it. But the only thing I say about Stetson Bennett, like I said before, is just calm down, bro. Calm down. You're not Mike Vick. Calm down, bro. Stop trying to run backwards and hit, cartwheels doing video. Like, look, come on.
We know Stetson. We know Stetson not no number one overall pick, man. But get a man credit. Get a man.
They got that man winning the Heisman. They got him holding up the Lombardi Trophy and being chosen by the Atlanta Falcons. Look, they got all that going on.
No, I don't want him in Atlanta. They can leave John Parker Wilson where he at.
No, don't do that. Y'all talk about it, man. Y'all talk about Stetson Bennett like he John David Booty or somebody.
Hey,
He's
man.
been in school since 2017. He better be John David Booty or Drew Brees. He better be there in school.
Y'all talk about it like he John David Booty or somebody, man.
Stetson gonna give y'all. He know where he gonna give Mike that double sunny side up this year.
I promise.
Look,
double sunny side up.
He going for his masters. He done been in school.
I'll take my L. I'll take my L. That do not bother me.
Get back to what I was saying, man. Look, I know we got South Carolina. We know everybody knows South Carolina. Everybody thinks South Carolina just bottom of the barrel in the SEC. But look at what Alabama did against Texas.
Ooh, they almost lost that one.
Alabama should have lost that game against Texas.
Lost.
So, we like Kirby, like dog. We can't just sit here and just think we just gonna bowl everybody over, man. We got to take this one game at a time. Go in the game, do what we got to do, and just move on. Move on to the next one. With that being said, man, hey, my prediction for this South Carolina Georgia game, it's gonna be a lot to a little. It's gonna be a lot to a little. We know Brock Bowers gonna get his. Brock Bowers is gonna get his right now. He's like the college football version of Rob Gronkowski right now. He is not playing the radio with you. Kendall Milton and Kenny McIntosh, they ain't playing the radio with you at all. We're gonna be missing AD Mitchell. I think AD Mitchell gonna be out. You know, he doubtful right now. Yeah, I think he out. No more receiver. Ankle injury. He gonna be. I think he gonna be out. But we don't. Really, I don't think we're gonna really need him against South Carolina. We use him like when we play against a Kentucky or a Florida, and especially SEC championship game. We're gonna be there in December. Man. We'll see. We'll see whoever there. The SEC West gonna be kind of wide open right now because we know Jimbo got to get some get back for losing against App State, and Nick Saban also got to get some get back for almost losing to Texas. They were one tackle away from losing to Texas, man.
They just don't look impressive this year. I'm
they
sorry.
not at all.
They just
don't. No, they don't look it up. They don't look at it at all because we know Jermaine Burton left and went there. He dropped the pass that he should have had against Texas last week. Me and my homeboy were talking about that. He should have stayed his butt where he was at.
Okay, then.
To stay his butt where he at. But Alabama don't really have those dynamic receivers like they did with John Mechie and Jameson Wade. Unless they just all of a sudden just come out the blue and just start going off.
They look weak up front too tonight, right?
Oh yeah, that offensive line is suspect.
They look weak up there, man.
That offensive line is suspect.
They were getting ran. Texas was running through them like Shaman Tissue. Angel soft.
Boy, they running through them like Fulton Industrial, dog. They ran through like Fulton Industrial, man. It's gonna be a lot to a little against South Carolina, man. Them dogs gonna be straight. We gonna wait and see what happen when they get to Atlanta in December, that first week in December.
Well, shout out to Eric Mack. He said, "What it do, fam?" And also, Showtime Georgia definitely has to keep winning to validate the national championship.
Definitely.
And I want to go back to ATL Leo. You know, he got over there with he came in ready. He already was ready for this.
That coming down the tracks. That mean machine is red and black. Ain't nothing finer in the land than the drunken nauseous Georgia fan. Go Dogs!
That's
Ain't
right.
Nothing finer, baby. Ain't nothing finer.
Ain't nothing finer.
So what do y'all think? Right? What prediction? And I want to put all the chat. Let us know what you think this game tomorrow is gonna be. Put them in the chat. I know we still.
My prediction.
I'm
gonna go for my prediction. My prediction for this game gonna be 42-7. Georgia.
They gonna run through them.
They gonna run through them. They gonna run through them like they gonna run through them like an animal.
Yeah, I don't do predictions on college because when you got a team like Georgia going up against a South Carolina team, we could be up on them 40 points, and then we gonna put in all the red shirts. We gonna go put everybody that red shirt gonna put on a uniform. They'll be out there on the field.
It's gonna be a lot to a little. I'm going to just put it out there right now. It's gonna be a lot to a little. I'll be listening to that game on my way to Atlanta tomorrow. I will be doing old school. Listen to it on the radio. But
I will say this though, this is really the team you make an example out of because it's almost like every year. Oh, y'all better be careful with South Carolina. Y'all know they always play all tough every year, and then every year we spank their ass. So this is the team to make an example out of. Them first 2 weeks, them wasn't the examples. This the example. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Unchained said Georgia win by 21. ATL Leo said, you know what? They won't even have a chance. 45. Zip.
That's bold. That's
matter of fact, Georgia had a lot of touchdowns all year.
You're right, though.
It's not far fetched.
They ain't a lot of touchdowns all year.
It's not a prediction right here. It's we about to be that dominating because what's the name is talking about. Oh, they in the rebuilding. How in the world?
About Nick Saban, man.
Going on somewhere.
Rebuilding.
That's what he said. He said they in rebuild mode.
College?
Yes. Y'all didn't hear that?
Hands off on that one.
Reload and rebuild. I don't know what he's talking about.
So he making excuses for that loss
That was
to the
so
Dogs.
dumb.
Let's move on.
Right.
That's right.
They need some more scholarship, buddy.
Why he's so busy trying to go at Coach Prime over there at Jackson State.
Shout out to Coach Prime.
Shout out Coach Prime, man.
But
We
you
don't
know,
listen to
guys,
State.
we coming up on an hour and 30. This is our very first pilot of this Georgia sports. Like I said, each week we're gonna bring something a little different. So please put in the chat what y'all want to hear us talk about next. Follow us on Georgia Sports Nation. We're on Matt Mike Network as well as Blackberry. Tell them your channel.
It's Blackberry Lyrics. That's Blackberry, no C, just the K.
And Mikey.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at PinWizard300. I'll pop that up right here, which PinWizard300. And then I also do recapping Hawks games on YouTube, recapping Hawks scoops. So you can check out my content there and always Georgia Sports Nation as well. So thanks, guys.
Right. That's right. So you move over there, you want to get some Hawks updates and more Braves, recapping everything.
Definitely.
Follow both of them channels. Blackberry, put yours up there too. We're going to go ahead and close it on out since you already put yours up there. Blackberry, I know they can find you on YouTube, but where else can they find you?
You can also go on a little place called Twitter, and you can put my name up there. It's Blackberry Lyrics. That's Blackberry, no C, just the K. Blackberry Lyrics on all of the platforms that you can think of. That's what I am. But yeah, just we this is what we do, y'all. This is what we do. Go show some love. I make real pretty videos on my YouTube page. Make real pretty videos for you all to enjoy. So go like and subscribe, please.
All right, and Cookie by Nature, we ain't quite got your hashtag up there, but go ahead and let everybody know how to find you. I know you've been kind of busy, man. I know you're a hard working man, but
asshole.com. That's what you get. Asshole.com/cookie by nature.
Oh man. I don't even want to do it no more.
And you say that's without alcohol.
That's my little
I
brother.
won't see you on the alcohol.
He get this all the time.
Cookie.
Y'all can find me at Cookie by Nature on Twitter. That's the only thing I got for right now. But when I actually can turn my office into a dang office, y'all gonna see me pushing out lots of content and promoting Georgia sports, hospitality media, Georgia Sports Nation. All of this going to be under the same umbrella. So y'all got to be ready for when we are ready.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be everywhere. Feel of sports. I mean, we just everywhere you want to be. We got 2 additional new channels that y'all got to follow and get them over there to 1,000. We got to push everybody. Night Rider, you might get on in the field and get your little channel going too.
Man, need challenge. But look, let me tell y'all something, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the elite on the bloodline, Triple H, Adam Cole, Steen, Darby Allen, Solo Sokoa, all y'all. Y'all can follow me on IG at Night Rider 229. That's all Y's, no I's. NYGAT RYDER 229. Follow me on Snapchat at Night Rider FDU. And man, hey, go Dogs.
That's right.
And on that note, love, peace, and chicken grease, man.
That's right. And Mad Scientists, this is a little different, something that we done decided to come up with because, we talk about them Falcons all the time, but let everybody know what's up with you and where to find you.
You can find me in the clouds. You can find me on the street. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Twitter and definitely not TikTok at Mad Mike Sports. Hey man, I look. I don't like all them dancing. That look. I've been on punts. Never mind. Just find me on Twitter. Just find me on Twitter. Find us on AtlantaFalconsNation.com, MadMikeSports.com. We have plenty of opportunities there awaiting people who are interested in writing. You don't have to be on camera, like we always say. But like if you feel more comfortable writing, we have spots opening up there real soon. But like I said, man, MadMikeSports.com, Mad Mike Sports on YouTube, Mad Mike Sports everywhere, as well as Atlanta Falcons Nation, Georgia Sports Nation. That's all.
Boom.
That's quite a bit. That's quite a bit. We're gonna have to work on a website for the Georgia Sports Nation eventually, so y'all can kind of get all of that. And of course, we will be open to new writers. We'll get with y'all about that. But last but not least,
Show them what it is, Maggie.
I'm Ms Maggie T. I'm back home now working, so I can actually be a part of these shows a little bit more. I'm happy about that, about having a consistent schedule. Y'all ain't seen me in quite some time. So, y'all can find me on Instagram, Twitter. I am on TikTok. I am on Twitch. I'm on everything you want to be. I'm everywhere. Instagram, all that. So
just a damn
make sure you
superstar.
find me at Ms Maggie T.
Eagle heard what Twitter.
Email me if you want to be a part of this Hawks, Braves. Like if you're a Southern fan, if you are the Tech fan, I don't care. Georgia State.
Georgia State.
If you're a Dream fan, if you are that, see, there you go.
Put the West Georgia in there because that's what I
West Georgia.
Right.
And shout out to the Auburn State University Golden Rams, man.
There you go. So we will talk about a little bit more college. We're gonna talk about a little bit more of just a variety of content. So this is just the pilot. So y'all just be in store. Please share this out to everybody. Share, like, and subscribe, and we appreciate everybody that is joining us today. You could have been anywhere in the world. You're here with us.
To be here with us.
That's right. Bama's scared of Georgia.
They sure will. That's right. And we're going to roll they tired ass on. Come on.
Especially with that Angel soft front line they got.
But on that note, Coach Unchained says South Carolina not ranked. They are favored by 25, and Arkansas beat them last week by 14.
Arkansas.
And we will question. I see an Atlanta Dream question here. Question: We should. Who should the Atlanta Dream add to roster and free agency and or draft this offseason? What we'll do is hold that question. We're gonna bring that up unless the guy that is,
Devontae, that's his specialty.
That's his specialty. You want to answer that question real quick, and then we can lead it off to the next show. We'll bring in some
I'll answer the question. I won't bring up a specific name, but I'll just say, hey, you gotta replace Tiffany Hayes. Now she didn't do what she could for this franchise. One of the legends, because this franchise is very young. But I can still say that I am very disappointed in her decision to say, right when we're in the playoff hunt, I'm finna go overseas. I can't respect that. I'm sorry. Yeah. So whoever we can do to replace Tiffany Hayes, I'm hoping they can find a way to get a top pick and get Aaliyah Boston. And then also you gotta find a legit 5, because I think Cheyenne Parker is destined to play the 4. So that's where we can start.
All right, I'm liking it. So you want a little bit of dream talk, Markeith? Y'all gotta bring it. Like I said, find Georgia Sports Nation. Or you can find me, Ms Maggie T, Mad Mike Sports, and just let us know exactly. We'll put a poll up on the channels. Let us know exactly so we can narrow it down to the topics of what you want us to talk about. But let's get up out of here. Thank you, Coach Unchained. You are more than welcome. I know it's late for you, early. Well, it's early for you. You got to go to bed. We're going to bed. So on that note, we're gonna finish up this Braves baseball. Right now, they're currently at, let's see, score check 2-1 still.
Yeah, it's still 2-1. But we're going into the 7th, middle of the 7th now.
All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and just watch that, so y'all can get some more content come next week. Same time next week, 8:00 p.m. Friday night.
Home.
That's right now. And we up out of here. Peace.
Love, peace, and chicken grace.
Go watch my pretty videos.
Go watch this pretty video. We're gonna add the descriptions to the channels to the descriptions next. So look out for that description too. All right, people.